These informers always gotta have earbuds in their ears. I got this African dude right here. He been sitting there. He just pulled up. I already see these people right here. These are my COINTELPRO proxy stalkers. Now he gets out. He usually always have a dog with him. They African. You know, they from over there, the continent of Africa. But I'm not gonna make this video about them. Y'all want to see this rose bush? Ain't this rose bush pretty, y'all? It blossoms like that every year, every summer. But anyway, I just left the park, man, and I'm gonna sound like Ralph Smart right now. We got a whole lot to talk about. You know what I'm saying? And what I want to talk about, make a long story short, I don't want to be running my mouth for too long, but of course, when I got to the park, nobody wasn't there. But right after that, they sent people. Now, I ended up having two conversations with two people that turned out to be good people. I even gave them my channel, so if they're watching, if they happen to be watching this video when I post it, shout y'all out. You know what I mean? But one brother was from Belize, and the other brother was from South America. What did he say? Was it Ecuador? I think he said. So, me and the brother that was from Ecuador, you know how it is, man. When you in this program, right? You don't know. Of course, these people arrived when I got there and everything. So you're gonna be like, they must be a part of the program or whatever. But this is really is neither here nor there, because I brought the subject up to both of them, and the one from Belize, he wasn't aware of the program. Of course, really nobody is, right? except that time when I was, when I mentioned my ex-girlfriend, when I didn't mention it to her, and then she comes out of nowhere talking about, maybe you're being spiritually gang stalked. Now, it was just weird, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did a video on that in the past. But anyway, what I want to talk about right now is that me and the brother that was from South America just had a real good conversation. And he said that he was placed on the target list back in 2011. And pretty much that's when I was placed on it. Because I had got a notification through my email from the White House. And it said that from Obama that I have been placed on the watch list, on the national security watch list. And of course, I took it as spam. I was like, man, what in the world is this? Right? So I really, really didn't pay it no mind. I didn't know anything about this proxy stalking, this proxy program. And neither did you. So he said he was placed on it too. So he was basically giving me the rundown. And this is for the ones that's actually on this program. We're going to have to take legal action. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not saying that it's 100% that it will get us off, but as far as I'm concerned, it's worth the shot. It's worth the try. I don't know why I can't get that. It's worth the try. You know what I'm saying? It's worth the try to at least take legal action, put the Bible down. I'm gonna say it again. But at the same time, you can continue to read Psalm 91. I don't care. You just gonna be getting gang stalked, and the government gonna be having their boot up your behind. But in order for you to claim your rights, claim your AKA straw man. I'm still use the word straw man, even though the brother told me not to use that word. But I'm gonna still use that word for the ones that even if I use that word, some y'all still don't even know what I'm talking about. Because y'all haven't been doing your homework anyway. Too busy reading Genesis. Or you ain't reading at all. You know what I'm saying? But in order to get your name off this list and to get out of this tyranny, you're gonna have to study law. It's a fact. You really gonna have to study law. And it's things and procedures that we're gonna have to do to take back your rights. Because he was, as you already know that I'm familiar with, the straw man and everything, and he was showing me some stuff. We was out there talking for a while. We was out there probably talking for about, I've been out there with about 2, 3, 4, 5. I was out there probably like 3.5 hours. We was talking probably for like a good hour and some change. And he was showing me some stuff of what I had to do, and I even got his number. I got both of their numbers. You know what I'm saying? So, but the one that was from Ecuador was the one that was telling me about the law and what I have to do and the procedures and the measures that I have to take to get my name off the list. Because he was saying that once you follow these protocols and these procedures and you get your name off the list, they have to take you off the list, or they're gonna have to pay you. And you already know that the government ain't trying to pay nobody. They're not trying to. They're trying to pay you no mind. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to cough up no dough. So, like I said, I'm not gonna make this video too long. I'm about to stop it right now. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna even post it. You know what I'm saying? I just told myself to record. If I post it, and then I post it. If I don't, I don't. Because I just know that most of y'all are not ready anyway. Our actions is better. Action speaks louder. Sometimes I just tell myself, maybe I just need to just go ahead and just lead by example. Don't tell nobody nothing. Just go ahead and just do it. At the same time, I realize that there's a lot that I have to do. It's a lot of, it's still a lot. I still have a lot more to learn about law. You know what I'm saying? And just ways of basically becoming a ownership of your AKA birth certificate, straw man, whatever. Because he even said it. The brother even said it. He said it, people that's in America, they because people that's in America, you're ignorant. And you haven't claimed your sovereignty. And this is the reason why so much crap goes on here. And the pigs do what they want, harass you, and this is the little kid right here that be banging on the wall. Where you come over here and get on his camera? They don't do it no more. They stop. That's Little Feet over there. That's his nickname, Little Feet. But They used to have these kids, bang on the walls all day, all night. So what I'm trying to tell you is that in order for you to get off this, unless you just want to be, bullied for the rest of your life, and then especially y'all Bible believing people, if you just want to, think that, oh, well, I ain't gonna worry about this life, I'm just gonna wait on Jesus to come and save me, and I'm going to the pearly gates, and there's a mansion in heaven and all this stuff. Hey, if that's what you want, then that's what you want. But as far as I'm down here, I got to fight for mine. I got to fight for my rights. And if I can get and if I can get a couple $1 billion out of the process, that'd be great. That's right, you heard me. I said billion, because I feel as though that's what I deserve. You know what I'm saying? Because since we never claimed our rights, our sovereign rights, and we never claimed ownership of our AKA straw man, we still are tied in, and we still belong to this corporation. Remember, it's a corporation, and what happens when you die? They call you a corpse. You see what I'm saying? So I'm trying to tell you, this information is just so heavy. Like the brother was saying, he was like, you know how they put a lien? He said, what did he say? He said, you got to put a lien on your straw man. It's like a lien on the house, right? You know how the bank can put a lien on your house or whatever. Put it this way. You know how some people, well, not some people, but everybody, pretty much everybody in America, like we don't own nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you buy a house, you thinking that you buying a house, you're not buying anything. You know what I'm saying? You're not buying anything. America is not for sale. You know what I'm saying? Like they give you this false illusion and false hope, and have you think, how in the world can you buy a house when you still have to pay the taxes at the end of the year for the rest of your life? And if you don't pay your taxes, whatever your taxes may be, $22,000 in a year, I don't know. If you don't pay that full, they'll come and put a lien on your house, right? They come and take. Who gonna do it? The same people that gave you Christianity. Can I get a no there? The same people that told you that Jesus gonna come and save you behind. That's who. America is not for sale. You don't own nothing. You don't even own you. With the Ice Cube saying higher learning? He said they own this couch that you're sitting on, they own the school, they own this, they own that, they own you. We behind enemy lines, dog. You know what I'm saying? So we got to understand this. This is the reason why they can do what they do to us. Because at the end of the day, we are their property. What was on They Live? They own us. The preacher was saying, they are our masters. From birth to death, our owners. That's what they were saying on the movie They Live. So this is what is boiling down to, people. Like we have to do our homework on this stuff. You talk to the average person. You tell the average person that, don't you know you're a slave? They're gonna look at, man, I ain't no slave, man. I don't know what you talking about, man. That's what the average person gonna say. Because the average person don't know no better. The average person don't know no better. They're not doing homework. They're too busy caught up in the beef with Drake and Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? They're distracted. You know what I'm saying? They too busy dancing on TikTok. You know, watching hip slop. They believe in the illusion that we're free. That this is the land of the liberty and justice for all. But then as soon as a pig shoot a black person in the hood, now you out there talking about Black Lives Matter. But when Tyrone shoot Ray Ray, you ain't worrying about that. It's okay. But when the piggy do it, now it's an uproar. And it's only people only fall for that because of what? The media. The media knows how to get your attention. The media knows how to get money. It's all money being generated because the media know that as soon as a piggy, you know what I'm saying, bust a cap and the Negroes behind, then that's money. People, you know, we're going to advertise that. You know, we're going to promote it, and we're going to clock in the dollars. Because news like that sell, and you know it. That's another reason why they're promoting this Kendrick and Drake beef too. Trying to create this, you know, trying to start up another East Coast, West Coast type thing with Tupac and Biggie and Drake and Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? Because they just trying to generate money and also distraction. So you don't know what's actually really going on behind the scene. There's a lot going on behind the scene. We already know about the economic collapse and you know, Marshall Flaw and all that other stuff. There's a lot, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot, you know, people always talking about what's the other one? The blackout. Everybody talking about that, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of stuff that's, you know, that's brewing inside the pot of beef stew. But they give you this other stuff just to keep you distracted. Everybody right now know about the Drake and Kendrick, but ask them, do they know about a future economic collapse or, you know, or anything that's like really, really important? No, they don't know. Because they've been fed the Kool-Aid and they've been drinking it. And the Kool-Aid got high fructose corn syrup and a whole bunch of other sugars. And it's so sweet. Girl, you so sweet. Ooh, you so sweet. You know what I'm saying? So people are just literally just, you know, just walking around here on this planet and not even knowing what's going on. And you know what's funny? Because once upon a time too, when I was younger, I really, really thought that it didn't concern me. It really did. Boy, was I wrong. You know what I'm saying? Super wrong. You don't understand how caught up you are in this tyranny. I mean, you don't understand like what's going on in other countries when there's war and stuff. Yes, you are involved in that too. Just because you're not over there throwing bombs or hand grenades and nothing like that, we be thinking that, oh man, it ain't got nothing to do with me. Yes, it does. Cause your government is doing it. So it has everything to do with you. You know what I'm saying? And you're tied up to your government. Facts. So whenever they go and drip blood all over other nations and stuff, it falls on your hands as well. You got blood on your hands too because you still got that almighty dollar in your hand, which is linked up and tied up to what? War. So it ain't no such thing as, oh, I ain't got nothing to do with it. Oh, yes, you do. We all are tied up in this mess. We all are guilty. We all got blood on our hands. You know what I'm saying? So, as far as I'm concerned, us TIs, aka targeted individuals, whatever, empower, whatever, I mean, just forget about that empower stuff. How do you have any? Oh, I'm an empowered individual. Okay, well, prove that you got some power. You better prove it, because if you don't, the beast's gonna continue to put his boot up you behind. Because if you got so much power, Mr. and Mrs. Individual, and you getting bullied everywhere, like, come on, that don't make sense. That's like, could you imagine Bruce Lee getting bullied? Who gonna bully Bruce Lee? Bruce Lee walked down the street. Ain't nobody gonna mess with that man. Or you gonna pay the consequences. You know what I'm saying? So if you got a little feet, you better stop banging on my walls. But anyway, like I said, if you're so-called powerful and you believe that you're an empowered individual, then you better start using your power. Nasir Ra always say, tap into your power. You better tap into it then. Because in order to fight this ain't about getting guns and hand grenades. You don't fight this type of war like that. This war, you have to, in order to defeat this, you gotta attack this legally, with legal matter. That's the only way you're gonna be able to win. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way. They want, that's the reason why they doing this to people, because they know that the average person ain't gonna pick up a book and study this. Study and get the information and the knowledge to figure out how to get out of this situation. The easy route is to go grab that gun and just go on a war path. But that's not the way to go. That's the way, that's what they want. They want you to go that way. Everybody got bushy hairs out here. I don't know the other two. All I know is Little Feet. He live next door. You know what I'm saying? So, what is that? 23 minutes? I better shut it off. That's all I'm saying, people. We got work to do. I'm about to really get on my bag with this legal stuff. I wanna, and hopefully, I told the brother, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna keep in touch with him, so that way he can guide me. He told me, he said, man, if you have any questions, man, you can always text me. So I'm gonna see, now if I text him or whatever, and the number you have reached, you know what I'm saying, it has been disconnected, then I know that, okay, they you already know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? You already know. I don't know who been cutting Little Feet hair, man, but he need to come and holler at me. But look like they put a bowl on his head and just went around the sides. So with that being said, man, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. It's something, look, you got to put in the work and do this. You can continue. I'm telling you, you can continue to wait on Jesus and wait on God and Yeshua High, all these fancy names, these Hebrew names. Y'all the Brav, Yahweh. You go ahead. Go ahead. You can continue to do that. And I guarantee you're going to continue to get a boot up your anus. And your life is going to still remain a living hell. Guarantee you. Because until you take back your rights and claim your, claim that entity, which is not basically you, is just your name is not you. It's just an entity. I did a video on this a long time ago. I said I was going to repost that. Maybe I need to repost that. You know what I'm saying? But, your name is basically a corporation. And this is the reason why every time when the piggy harass you, they always want your ID. They want you to identify yourself with that name. Because the moment you identify yourself with that name, now you're in that jurisdiction. You see what I'm saying? And now, I'm trying to say it's just real, it's crazy. It's real crazy, man. It's real crazy. This is, and I'm talking to the dude and I'm telling the brother, I'm like, man, this is a lot of work. He was like, yes, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of paperwork on top of paperwork on top of paperwork. And it's a lot of reading and a lot of, digging deep so you can really understand what's going on. And once you do this, you're not going to have time to be reading Psalms 23 or Psalms 91 or John the Baptist washing Jesus' feet. You ain't got time for that. You shouldn't even be reading that now anyway. Didn't you get enough of that back in Bible study? You know what I'm saying? Like, we got other material to be digging. You see what I'm saying? We got work to do, people. If you want these white cars to stop following you around. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're comfortable with it. Because I'm not. Okay? I'm just letting you know I'm not comfortable with this lifestyle. Okay? I want my life back. And as far as I'm concerned, this is the only way that I see. Because ain't no Yahweh going to help you in this situation. Ain't no Most High. None of that. You got to do it. This is your doing. And if you don't do this, it ain't going to get done. You have to take matters into your own hands. And what I mean by that, I'm not talking about going to grab a Glock and going to the mall and go. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about, grabbing any type of, no. I'm not talking about that type of guerrilla warfare. I'm talking about legal matters. That's right. You're going to have to take notes, learn something other than religion. And this is why they gave you the religions anyway. How come you know all about this Jesus character, but you don't even know nothing about the straw man? You got to ask yourself these questions. They don't want you to know. They don't want you to know. They want you to remain a slave. As long as you stay blue-pilled and you don't know, you never claim your sovereignty, then you will forever be a slave and they will forever own you. And if they own you, then they're gonna do what the heck they want to do to you, which is gang stalk you, put you on the watch list. Because look, the boss ain't gonna stop. The boss is trying to get paid. Obviously, it must be some type of insurance policy. They just want you. They want you to check out or whatever, so they can get the check. The boss. Look, if they're giving people free Section 8, welfare, extra food stamps, cars to drive around, white, red cars, whatever, orange cars. You think these bosses gonna stop? People love handouts. We have been programmed to love handouts. Hey, they call it the land of the free. So everybody wants things for free. But you got to understand, there's always a price to everything. There's nothing free. So if you take the deal, you sign that contract for the Section 8 and that white car, to go ahead and be a community-based agent, then you got to understand that there's a price that you're paying for that. You might be like, oh man, this is sweet. No, it ain't sweet. You just been bamboozled. So with that being said, y'all, I'm gonna end it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Um, I guess you can comment, but some of y'all comments, man, just be ridiculous, man. And and every time when I read people's comments, I'll just be like, man, what am I doing this for? I'm like, what am I doing this for? When I read y'all comments, man, not all, I'd say about maybe 2% of the comments be on somebody might say something. You know what I'm saying? About 2%, maybe 2.5%. But majority of the comments, man, I be like, yo, Lord, there is no hope. These people are so blue pill, man. My people should perish from lack of knowledge. That's biblical, y'all. That's in the Bible. That's in the Bible that you stand on. Then how come you're not taking heed to that scripture? Don't perish from a lack of knowledge. That means you must learn something. In order to get out of this, you must learn law. Study to show thyself approved. You must study. You can't do better if you don't know no better. How can you do better if you don't know no better? What's the first thing people say? Oh man, I didn't know. That's what we all say about this program. Man, I didn't know this exists. You didn't know until they woke you up to it. And then I bought the books, and now I'm like, wow, all this is going on. So, I'm out, y'all. Y'all keep your heads up, man. And all I can say is get to work. And when I get to work and when I do what I got to do, and y'all see another video talking about my gang stalking stopped, maybe y'all probably listen to me then. You're going to see me getting money and South America somewhere chilling, my feet up, living my life. No longer being harassed and bullied and gang stalked by a bunch of imbeciles. Freak people that just want a handout. Holla back.